It's November 18th. The time now is 7 o'clock. I'm at work. I got all the prep work done. I'm about to whip me up a coffee and do some editing. Ooh, that's hot. I'm gonna have to throw a little lukewarm water in it. Shit, damn, they burnt my tongue. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some lukewarm water and cool this off just a little bit. All right, I'm back. Now this is a lot better. Not super boiling hot. I learned how to ride my first bike at about 5 years old. I still remember it quite vividly. I had a bike, man, I want to say the wheels were about this big. That was my first bike. It had training wheels on it, and eventually I took it off. I'd say I had the training wheels on for maybe no more than a month. I want to say maybe 2 weeks max. I remember back in the apartments we lived at, there was this black cave road. That's where we skateboarded, we biked along this, roller skate, quads, inline skates, but that's where I learned. I remember vividly me holding onto the bike. I wasn't even pedaling yet. I just had my foot like just on there, not pedaling. My mom was behind me and she would push me as fast as she could. Just, and I'm just cruising. I had to learn how to keep my balance without pedaling first. I'd hang on for dear life and she'll push me. And I just, of course, I bust ass, bruises, scrapes, but that's part of learning. It took me, of course I didn't learn on the first day I got my training wheels off. It took me about, I said a week of her just pushing me and me not pedaling to get my balance down. And eventually I started pedaling, getting the hang of it, didn't need her anymore. And I remember after that, I got to upgrade my bike. I upgraded to a bigger bike. I want to say about a bike size for about a 5 to 8 year old. I remember vividly my bike had like, back in the days, what you call them? They're like these little beads. All my spoke had beads on it, and every time you ride it, yeah, my second bike had the bike beads on the front rim and the back rim. And I rode the crap out of that thing. And the third bike I ever got was a big boy bike. I remember that one vividly as well. My mother and I, we went to Toys R Us when that was a thing. Toys R Us was a banger back then. Like that was the store where you got everything. That was a little kid's heaven. Your boy got a DoorDash order. Yo, so my camera died. I apologize, but back to what I was saying. Toys R Us was the toy store back then. I have gotten a lot of toys from there in the past. But yeah, your boy was up there getting a big boy bike. I remember the bike too. The bike was a AMX. The brand was AMX. Instead of BMX, it was called AMX. That bike right there, it was blue. It was a chrome bike with blue trim on it. That shit, I remember that bike. That bike was dope. It had a 3-piece crank. It was a, I guess you would have, it was a off-brand cheap BMX, a knockoff. But at the time I didn't know. I thought it was like a top of the line, creme de la creme bike. We paid like, I want to say 200? No more than 200, maybe 3. Took it home. It even had pegs on it. That's what made it official. I didn't want the bike if it didn't have pegs. If you had pegs, you was a cool kid. You could pump your friends around. I'd have a homie in the back, and a light homie in the front. You know, I was like 70, 60 pounds. I wasn't that strong, so trying to pump somebody in the front and turn, I was a little scrawny kid. I was a little too weak for that. But somebody in the back, I could do it. I usually have my sister or one of my friends in the hood. That was the thing. Pumping the homies around the neighborhood, just driving around, burning energy. We all know, as kids, we had unlimited energy. That was a good way for myself to burn a lot of energy. Had the homie on the back, would ride around the neighborhood hella times, and we'll also ride to the front of the grocery store. Albertsons was a thing back in the days. We used to live by an Albertsons. We'd cruise up to Albertsons. We'd buy soda from the quarter machine. Soda back then, the knockoff soda, I believe it was called like Sam's or something. 25 cents for Coca-Cola. That's what we'd do. We'll find a quarter, ride up there, buy soda, ride back home. Do that every day and repeat. But as we got older though, we started getting into those BMX bikes. Those things were expensive. And you know, like I said, we're broke kids. So we would ride around the medium class or the rich neighborhood and look for one of the rich kids that would leave his BMX bike outside. And we would take it and ride off. And then we would have like a $500 BMX bike for free. And we would do this every day. It became a routine. We would cruise every day looking for new bikes. We ended up having like a chop shop. All of our bikes were like pieced up together. Man, we had so many bikes. We had like a mini chop shop. All of our bikes were custom with like stolen parts and pieces from different bikes. We'd have a Haro, we'd have a Hoffman, we'd have a Diamondback, and we'd chop it up and make one bike. So I would have like some Haro rims, fit BMX frame, and I'll have like an Odyssey handlebar. But my bike was tricked out. All of our bikes were tricked out. But unfortunately, our BMX skills sucked. We got them bikes mainly just for cruising and doing dumb shit. We were doing a lot of bad shit. But yeah, that was just part of my childhood. I remember vividly. I have a lot more stories. A lot more. Berto asked me to run across the street to Walgreens to grab some milk for the shop. So that's what I'm here doing now. Just made it back to the shop, put the milk in the ice box. I got about 40 minutes left of work. I'm gonna sit here and just edit until it's time to go home. Just made it home. It's still raining, super cloudy, gloomy outside. I'm gonna hit a home workout, do some grubbing, and then sit down. I'm gonna try to catch up on my vlogs. I'm behind like 3, 4, maybe 5 vlogs. So I'm gonna sit down, buckle down, and do a lot of editing after this workout. Todd, come here, Bubba. You know me. Come here, Bubba. Just woke up from a fat ass nap. I'm out here catching the sunset before it goes all the way down. I'm also out here barefooted grounding.
And then once everything was already
It's my first time here at Copenhagen's. We finna find out if this shit good or not.
no, you look great. But I was like, you guys still like a little bit.
It's not bad. Not bad.
All in your round mouth.
It's like, can you give me one of these? It's nom nom. Like, what's the vibe? Watch me be the obnoxious one that's like, everyone's like, you know what you want?
Like, what's the vibe? Tell me the vibe.
And yeah, can you pass me one of these? What is that one over there?
This one.
This one? Yeah.
Go or beat this one, whatever. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's all pretend and it will make
Okay,
sense.
tell us about it.
Ready?
Oh my god.
Oh
my god.
my god. You're so gluttonous.
Oh my god.
Oh.
This sounds wrong.
Just got home. My sister invited me to a local Tulsa content creator group. We was out at a pizza place called, I forget the name, but it was local influencer around the Tulsa area to market the pizza place was at in exchange for free pizza. But yeah, the pizza, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. I finished my plate and now I'm home. Just got done walking Nina. I fed Dante, Nina, and Tut, and I'm gonna go shower up and call it a night. I'll see you guys on the next vlog. Your boys out.